Well, here I am at Towcester Racecourse. Not something I necessarily ever expected to be able to say again after this place went into administration. But now in the hands of Henley promoter Kevin Boothby, Towcester Racecourse might just have a very exciting future ahead of it once again.
I rang up Freddie Esworth and said, look, I'll come over and have a chat with you. And as I drove through the gates, it just blew me away totally how big the place was, to be fair. And the more I drove around, the more I was thinking, God, I could do that there, I could do this here. I looked at the track and I thought the track was horrendous, in my own opinion. I thought it was too wide. I understood why they did it, why I hate dog racing, which again could never work in this country. And I just, when I walked around the track, I thought if I reshape this, do this, that and the other, we'll make it into a proper track for proper dogs. And it was just, wherever I went in the place, it was like, do a concert there, we can do weddings there, we can do stuff with the lakes. It's never ending what you can do here. So the business model is to use all the 330 acre and do so much stuff here and make it a fun place for people. You know, make it a family place and basically an entertainment hub.
I'm in charge of organising all the events that are going to go on here, entertainment wise. So music festivals, food festivals. We're opening up the gates to all of the public, and so we're using the lakes as well. We're going to utilise the lakes. We've done a deal with Active Northampton in Northampton, and they're going to come here and do some kayaking lessons. We've also got an inflatable obstacle course going on the lakes as well, and a pop-up theatre and an open-air cinema. And we're putting in pods, so we're doing VIP camping and glamping, so we're going to be pretty busy. I have had no knowledge of greyhound racing whatsoever, but from what I've heard and from what I've seen, I can't wait. I really can't. I can't wait to get started again, starting the racing here, and obviously also the slight difference with that is that we're going to be doing entertainment on the race days as well. So in the evenings, when people come along to the racing, they're going to be able to take in some live music, some nice food, and lots of drink, hopefully, as well.
It's a much more holistic approach than there was before, but still with a huge focus on the greyhound racing, because you are obviously a massive greyhound racing enthusiast. Where are we at in terms of like media rights, TV deals that you might get? Media
rights, look, there's things going on in the pipeline, I can't really discuss too much about it, but I will make sure we get the best deal for Towcester going forward, which is important. As regards to the media rights things and everything, it needs to be shown on proper TV or whatever TV, because people want to see us, especially on a Saturday night. I mean, our racing is going to be fantastic here. And obviously I've got massive plans, obviously, for the Night of the Stars in October. I mean, to pull that off here will be big news. We need a place like Towcester. It is the premier track, and there's no two ways about it. You know, we can host 5, 6, 7,000 people here for big racing, and why not get it on? You mentioned the Derby. Is that going to be on your agenda? Oh, it's going to have to be. I mean, if you've got the best track in the country, you need the best race in the country. So, and already I've got sponsors in place who wants to sponsor the Derby, and you know, let's put a showpiece on. We can see work happening to the track here today. Tell us exactly what you're doing. Basically, we've got to dig up, in places we've got to completely put a new membrane down on the track. And also on the inside we've got to completely take existing pipe work out and do new drainage. The other thing we've done, we've removed all the old sand, because in my opinion the clay content was terrible. That's why it's always drying out really quick. So we replaced all the sand, and I bought 1,000 tonne of new sand, which we use at Henley, which holds the moisture really nicely. We're also putting a big high fence all the way around. Obviously we'll sell advertising boards on there, but the main thing with that is it protects us from the wind. It's, again, stop the track drying out. And as regards to the shape of the track, the bends, instead of being 9 metres wide, it'll be 4.5 metres wide.
We've had to dig all the new drains in, we've had to level all the old sand off it, and that should stop most of the problems which used to be here. The dogs won't run off, it's going to be a level of playing field for everybody instead of just bang railers. Home straight is about 15-20 metres longer than it used to be. The other straight's virtually the same, we should get around 500 metres. So you're pretty confident this is going to be now one of the best tracks in the country? Well, it should be. There's no reason it shouldn't be. I mean, the sand's here, the wind will stop it, we've got the proper filtration system with proper watering, so yeah, it'll run better than any other track in the country. You've got trainers based here,
it's exciting, and to be fair, the fantastic facility, the stables over there have been converted into kennels, and the dogs are so chilled over there, you don't even hear them. And it's so nice to see them. We put a gallop up as well. The dogs have got great training facilities here to live in.
So Tony and Lawrence Tuffin joining forces here at Towcester to train together. Lawrence, you're leaving Nottingham, of course, where you've been for a long, long time, and actually you're going to be assistant trainer to your brother now. How's that?
Well, I don't mind that, but at least I've moved up from kennel hand since about 3 minutes ago, so I'm quite happy with that. No, it's just one of them things. One of us was going to take the licence on, so he's going to be big brother as he is, and I shall have to do as he tells me.
So you're excited about Towcester's future?
Very excited, and I think what Kevin's doing at the moment, everybody in the dog world ought to be very pleased with what he's doing. And the kennels, you know, giving us a chance here as well is fantastic.
We've got 30 stables and we've got 4 dogs in every stable. Big double kennels, so they're nearly 2 metres in diameter, in width, nearly 3 metres in length, so they've got plenty of room. There's 85 at the minute, so there's room for another 18 dogs. But while we're doing the work and setting it all up, we're just going to sit with what we've got at the minute and wait until racing starts here, and then hopefully get some new owners, or I'm sure Kev will buy a few new dogs, One
of the problems facing the industry is a shortage of dogs, but you have trainers ready and waiting to come here, and a waiting list at Henlow as well.
Henlow was full. We've got trainers waiting to come in there. Towcester were already full. I mean, obviously at the start we're only doing 2 meetings, but we're already full with trainers, and we've got a waiting list of trainers to come in as well. So I'm lucky in the industry that I'm not short of dogs. I don't go to sleep at night thinking I need dogs. I've got plenty of dogs.
Under Lord Hesketh and Kevin Ackerman, there was a strong focus on welfare here, which you just touched on, and that is something that you want to carry on here at Towcester.
Welfare for me is, because I'm so soppy with my dogs. You see my 2 pet dogs. I mean, the welfare side of it's so important to me. And I think it's so important that we get that perception across to the public, and we want to do stuff with like local primary schools and get the kids up here and educate them basically what happens with the greyhounds during their racing career and when they finish racing. And I don't think there's ever been enough done in the sport to put that out there. And
you've got a 10-year lease. Any concerns from your point of view that as a business model, if you take your greyhound racing lover head off as a business, that this won't work? Any concerns?
No, I'm not even phased at all. I don't have no sleepless nights. I don't wake up panicking, oh, what have I done? I'm excited for when we open. And I took this over back end of October, so I've had it 4 months now. It's cost me a nice few quid already, but that's part of the plan. It's a great facility, and, the sport needs a Towcester, and without a Towcester, the sport is going to struggle. But I don't see a problem with Towcester staying open for the next 10 years. And hopefully beyond that. But it's very exciting. For me, it's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. But what I say I will do, and I will deliver a fantastic racecourse for the sport.